Right, so the first question is, when did you first become aware of or involved with Valley's Kids?
So I first became aware of Valley's Kids back in 2017. I was working as a primary school teacher and I was doing supply work, and my friend Leah was a full-time member of staff at Valley's Kids, and there was a project running through the summer called Make, Move and Munch, and they wanted any sort of people with an education background or just people looking for sessional work through the summer to come and train and to deliver those programmes. So that's how I became involved in Valley's Kids.
So then, obviously you became that full-time employee. How did that happen?
So I gave up teaching just before I found out I was pregnant, because I'd had enough of teaching, and then I was going to look for another job, but I was pregnant, so nobody would have wanted to hire me. So I took like an extended maternity leave. We went into lockdown when my little boy was 5 months old. I had postnatal depression, and that was really difficult because obviously we weren't allowed to see anyone or speak to anyone or have much support. And then things started easing with lockdown, and my little boy was just about to turn 2, and I was sort of thinking, right, I'm ready now to sort of go back into the world of work. And my friend Leah was still in touch with Kath and Deb, and they said, oh, actually they were looking for somebody to help with some things that they were delivering on the family team, and would I be interested? And I said absolutely, because after I did the sessional work with Make, Move and Munch, I always said to Kath, please keep in touch. If you ever have a real full-time job for me, just let me know. And that's what happened, and I'm really glad that it did.
Cool. Right, so why has Valley's Kids been important to you?
So Valley's Kids has been really important to me because I was in a little bit of a rut really with life, I suppose. I'd spent a lot of time training to become a teacher, and I thought that's what I'll do now for the rest of my life. And when that didn't work out, I was sort of a bit lost and didn't know what my purpose was. And then I became a mother, and it wasn't the easiest start to motherhood. So I was feeling a bit like, oh my gosh, like, you know, I've left the career now that I trained really hard for. I've got a new baby. I don't really know what I'm doing. And honestly, coming to work on the family team at Valley's Kids was like a lifeline for me. Working with people who just get you, they're not judgmental, they make you feel safe. I've learnt in the last 4 years, I've learnt more about myself working for Valley's Kids than I have, you know, the rest of my life. It's important to me because I love working with people in the community. I love just getting to do something completely different every single day. No 2 days are the same. And I love the connections that we make with people and the difference that we can make to people just from doing something really small and simple quite often.
You touched on it a little bit there, but why do you think Valley's Kids is important in the communities that they are working in?
So Valley's Kids work in lots of what would be classed as deprived areas. Lots of people that we work with have sort of had bad experiences, maybe with education or work or just life in general. And I think we are so important and so different to other people that work in these communities because we're from the communities ourselves, we get it, we understand, and I think we give people a bit of hope and aspiration, and we're relatable. Like, we're not sort of working with people and coming across as, oh, you know, we know everything and we are better than you. We are the same as you. We're all Valleys kids. We get it. We know what it's like to live in the valleys. We know what it's like to struggle with different things. And I think that's what's different about Valleys kids and the difference that it makes to people, making people feel valued and just understanding them.
Cool. Last one, people find this one hard. What is your favourite maybe memory or project or something you've done on that since you've been Valleys kids?
Oh, that is really difficult because there's just so many moments that I could say, oh, that's my favourite. That's really hard.
Or it could even be something you've done as a team. It doesn't have to be like with people and the day we've laughed.
So I think one of my favourite memories, even though at the time it seemed like quite a bad situation, so when we started getting rid of some of our buildings, we were asked to empty a property down in Rydfelyn that most of us had never set foot in before, and it was on Elm Street, and it became known as the Nightmare on Elm Street. And just, yeah, it was just total chaos. There was boxes, and there were things that were invented before I was born, I think. And just knowing that you could never work with another group of people like the group that we had at that time, because it was an absolute nightmare, and we just laughed all the way through it, just made jokes. And I think the highlight was one member of staff knocking down a door to try and get into a building to see what was in there.